Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Nag and today I will be showing you how you can clean up and arrange your default Final Fantasy XIV HUD layout in order to improve your gameplay, especially if you're a new player. Also, you will be able to maintain good visibility of all the beautiful mess happening in front of you. Things to remember throughout this tutorial is that you want critical information such as buffs, debuffs, enemy HP bar, enemy cast bar, etc., so on and so forth, right in your face. But Nag, how will I be able to enjoy my animation of my Black Mage Limit Break 3? Don't worry, Chad, I got you, as this is what we'll be seeing today. Also, two very important tips you need to hear: shift plus click plus drag. And for those of you that are on full keyboards, numpad numbers 2, 4, 6, and 8 are officially now your new best friends. And without further ado, let's go. First off, hotbars, hotbars, hotbars. Yes, you heard me. Fix your hotbars. Um, as you progress in the game, you'll realize that actually you don't need all of your hotbars right in your face. So what I like to do is actually drag the hotbars I use mainly for my skills at the bottom of the screen and then use the numpad numbers 2, 4, 6, and 8 to fine tune them together in a way that won't trigger my OCD as much. Yeah, right there. I think it's perfect. See, already looking better. Also, what I like to do is maybe make them smaller, like 90 or 80%. Uh, we'll go with 90 for the sake of this video, so they even take less less space from my screen now. They were just as fine before, but now they even take less space. So hit save. See how much space I freed, and all of my skills are right here. Um, Next, what I like to do is actually, for those of you that use like side hotbars for food, markers, whatever, um, make sure the ones you will be using with stuff that will be available on each and every job you use to share them. You can do this by going to the character configuration, then going to the hotbar settings, sharing, and choosing the ones you want to share between every job you have. For me, it's hotbars 4 and 7 for my sidebars, and hotbars 9 and 10, which I use for my collapsing hotbars. Okay, and now we will continue by setting up our side hotbars, which are gonna be, as I said before, hotbars 7 and hotbar 4. Go to UI element settings, make them 1 times 12. Do the same for hotbar 7, 1 times 12, and then pull them to the side. Using shift and drag, I'm going to place them somewhere around here. Hotbar 4 and then hotbar 7 right next to it, and use my numpad to fine tune it. Here we are. Really good. It's looking a bit cluttered over here, but as we progress in the video, you'll see it's gonna look very nice. Moving on, we're going to open our HUD layout yet again and drag our parameter bar close to our main hotbars. Use our numpad to fine tune it, and maybe put it like over here, or you can put it in the center, somewhere in the center. Actually, here it's pretty fine. And then what I really like to do, and I suggest you try it out. Okay, first of all, I know that UI customization is totally subjective. What you actually are seeing now might make you sick, or you might like it a lot. Either way, I suggest you try this one out. I have my own like personal version of WeChorus. If you're familiar with WeChorus, if you've played WoW, you are familiar with WeChorus. I have my own version of WeChorus, which I place close to the feet of my character, um, which I use to keep track of my main combo because I'm totally brain dead, and my 2 minute buffs and major GCDs and OGCDs I use throughout an encounter. So I'm definitely gonna make this one. This is the one with I use for the combo, so I'm definitely gonna make it smaller. 80% is 80% is fine, and I'm gonna place it in such a way that it's gonna be quite centered to my character. I think right there it's fine, and then place this one right underneath. Fine tune it. That should be fine. And they also then, yeah, this is the dragon gauge. Also take the dragon gauge, place it underneath, and there we have it. See how nice. What I want to pinpoint with this is that, of course, you don't have to have your own version of like WeChorus like I do, but it's um it's a good idea to always have like hotbar slots close to your player, maybe under his feet or right next to him, either the left or right, with, as I said, your 2 minute window buffs, your major cooldowns, and stuff like that, your healing cooldowns. It's gonna help you a ton throughout a fight. Moving on to encounter related stuff like enemy bar. I'm gonna be the enemy for the sake of this video. Buffs, debuffs, and other things that you might actually that you will find useful during fight. As you can see, my buffs are over here at the moment. The enemy's buffs are underneath his HP bar, and the general idea is to have everything in a space that's close to your player, but also maintain a clear view so you can enjoy the game and also see what's happening during the action. So you don't want to move your eyes too much from the center of the screen, so I'd say this is quite far from what I would say is the center of the screen. So we'll open our HUD layout yet again and select our target bar. And what I suggest you guys do, of course, you can experiment with it, but what I suggest you guys do is go to UI element settings and display target info independently. This way, you achieve uh, three things, three great things. You break target's HP status, which is gonna be debuffs, buffs, and debuffs, and his cast bar. This is the target's cast bar. So I'm gonna move the experience bar from there. Where I like to place my target's HP is somewhere around there. I'm gonna make it smaller. I'm gonna make it 90%. Place it somewhere around there. So it's close to me, but still not bothersome. I'm also gonna take the status and place it right here. I think this should be fine. And let's see. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Um, Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the target's cast bar and place it right under my feet. Make it quite bigger. And I can stress this enough, guys. The progress bar, the target's progress bar, go to 100 if you have to. I'm gonna go with something less wild. I'm gonna go with 120%. And I'm gonna use shift and drag and place it under my feet. Hit save. And now what I have done is I've actually placed the targets and bosses hotbar under my feet. This way I can easily keep track with what the boss or my enemy is casting at the moment. So actually I can keep track of mechanics, which is um, the number one thing for every boss fight. You have to easily keep track of what the boss is doing at each time. So for the sake of this video, as I said, I'm gonna be my enemy, and I'm going to use return so you can see where the cast bar is at the moment. I'm gonna hit return, and you can see it's under my feet, and it's quite easy to see. I can't miss it. Also, one other major thing you need to do is go to actually make sure your enemy's bar, your enemy's health bar has percentage, because you're gonna need percentage for hitting thresholds on certain fights. For example, the current tier P8S is changing phases on 49%. So you go to character configuration, UI settings, HUD, and then go to the bottom and hit check display targets remaining HP percentage. Okay, for the sake of arranging buffs and debuffs, we've queued for Aurum Veil, so we can see our debuffs and buffs easier. And here's what we're gonna do. We'll open HUD layout once more, and we will actually break our own status effects as we did with our targets. So we'll select status effects, UI element settings, and split element into three groups. This splits our status info into buffs, which is enhancements, debuffs, which is enfeeblements, and some general buffs like our FC buffs, our food buffs, which is other. So what I like to do, and I suggest you guys try it out, is that we place our buffs and our debuffs one on top of the other into 7x3 boxes. Hit save. For enhancements, do the same for enfeeblements. Go to enfeeblements, 7x3 left justified, hit save. And then we're gonna place them close to our tune. Use our numpad to fine tune it. And there you have it. You have your debuffs. I can stress this enough as well, guys. Debuffs are very important for raids, extreme fights, savage raids, ultimates. You need to pay attention to your debuffs most of the times in an encounter. So what you can also do is go to HUD layout and even enlarge your debuffs, your enfeeblements. Let's go with something like 140%. And there you have it. And for the final touches, we're going to actually move everything we're going to move everything we haven't used um, to the center, to unused spaces like alliance list, pet hotbar, the focus target bar, status info. um we're gonna ditch the inventory grid. I always ditch the inventory grid. I suggest you do the same. You're not gonna use it. The minimap, the server info, we're gonna place it we're gonna place them to unused space. Notices, main menu, our guild if you want to keep it. And what I like to do is I'm gonna place the limit gauge right there, what it is. I'm gonna place the party list close to the limit gauge, the alliance list right underneath the party list, and use my numpad to fine tune them. Perfect, they are perfect. I'm gonna place my MSQ guide right on top of the screen and my notices right underneath it. I find it quite easy to have it out of the way and always look right underneath my MSQ for notices like loot and whatever. I'm gonna place my main menu on the bottom right corner, sorry. Use my numpad to fine tune it. I'm gonna place my minimap right next to my hotbars. Right there should be fine. My server info on the top right corner. This is fine as well. What I like to do is make my duty list smaller. I'm gonna make it 90% for the sake of this video and place it right underneath my server info. Also my new game guide next to my MSQ guide. My pet hotbar should be okay right here. My general buffs, I'm gonna make this a straight line. My general buffs, I'm gonna left justify them in a straight line. And I'm gonna place them right next to my minimap. Hit save. My guild, doesn't matter where I put it. I'm gonna put it here. Use my numpad. And for the focus target bar, you can either place it over your target info, which is, I think it's the best way to go. You can even place it underneath the target info. For the sake of this video, I'm gonna place it over the target info. And for the experience bar, I've placed the experience bar as I told you before, right underneath my chat menu. I'm gonna use focus target. Here it is, my focus target and my limit list. And there we have it. And here we are with Heidelin and with our new UI. You can check everything we've made so far. There's Heidelin with her debuffs. I'm gonna focus target on Alphino. I'm also gonna give him my dragon sight. Wrong button. I'm gonna give him my dragon sight. I'm gonna use buffs for everyone. And as you can see, everything is pretty close to my face. Like my skills and my buffs and my debuffs, which I can see at the moment, my enemy's HP bar, my minimap, everything is very, very, very close to my face, but Still, everything is so clear, so I can enjoy visuals and animations and everything there is to enjoy during an encounter. Before I go, I would like to remind everyone, as I said before, UI customization is subjective. Make sure to experiment with everything you've seen in this video while bearing in mind that you need to achieve what I've just said. Keep things close to where the action is. You don't want your eyes moving away too much from the center of the screen, but what you also don't want is your elements to block the visuals of the game. Also, here is how I've set up my current UI, the UI I'm currently using. Um, Feel free to draw inspiration from it or copy it in full if you'd like. I have no problem. Well, boys, gals, and non-binary pals, that was it. Hope you liked the video. Make sure to subscribe if you liked it. If you want to get notified on future videos, make sure you hit the notification bell. And also make sure to follow me on Twitch, where I stream mostly on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Also follow me on my Twitter, where you get notifications and tweets about my streaming schedule. You can find the links for my channels below in the description. Um, Thank you very much, and until the next one, from me and Naga Darkworm, peace out.